Hello, and welcome to Henry County Schools. My name is Rebecca Benefield, and I'm a speech language pathologist here for Henry County Schools. And today we're going to be talking about language and books. Books are a wonderful way to build your child's language, and they are easy to use. So today we're going to talk about how to do that on different levels. So I brought this book today for us to look at. It's one of my favorites. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but I'm going to talk to you about how I could use this book to work on vocabulary. I can work on social skills. I can work on prediction skills. I can work on comprehension skills, all of those skills using a book. So one of the first things you want to do when you're using a book is not necessarily read the book. I know, strange idea, but we're not going to read the book first. We're going to talk about the book. We're going to talk about the title, Alexander and the Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Day. Oh my goodness. And we're going to talk about what's going on the front. What do we see? Well, we see a little boy and he's in the bed. What does his face look like? What's he doing? He's frowning. So he doesn't look happy. So you're going to ask the kids to tell you stuff they see on the front of the book. Okay. And you're going to tell them, well, what do you think this book might be about? Why do you think he's having a terrible, horrible, no good, bad day? Have you had a bad day? So I've done a lot of language activities just by looking at the front page. Next thing I usually do with my students is I do a picture walk. So I still don't even read the words, but we go through and we talk about each one of the pictures. What do we see? What do we think's happening? Then after I've done my picture walk, I'll go through and we'll read the book. And then we'll talk about, well, what happened on that page? What, do you think the reaction was a good reaction, bad reaction? How should he have reacted? How do you think he feels? Have you ever had a bad day? What happened in your bad day? So you can talk about different things like that. So books are an excellent source of all kinds of levels. You know, Pete the Cat, Alexander Terrible, Horrible, No Good Day, Junie B. Jones. She's also good, guys, to work on grammar because Junie B. Jones doesn't necessarily use the best grammar in the world, but that's okay. It's age appropriate for her. But you can go through and you can talk about that as well. For our older children, you can still read books, guys. Older kids, teenagers, I have one, do like to be read to, and they like to read with you. So you can take any book. I happen to have this one with my young daughter, but you can take books and read the books, and you do similar things. Not necessarily the picture walk or talking about the front, but you can read a chapter, and then you can talk about, well, who was in that chapter? What happened in that chapter? Was there a problem in the chapter? How was it solved? Where did it take place? What do you think is going to happen in the next chapter? Those are all different things you can use while reading a book. The other thing I want to let you know that it is okay to reread books over and over and over again, especially if it's one of your child's favorite books. Usually when I'm doing a language literature lesson, I use it for the whole month. And we just talk about that same book over and over again in the month. Prediction books are really good as well. And what I mean by that are books where they have the same language throughout. So the child eventually can start reading the book because it's got very repetitive language in it. So that helps them to kind of know what's coming next. So that's definitely a good way to use a book as well. I hope this lesson helped. Have a great day.